channel. My name is Diamond and you're watching another writing vlog. So today is currently December 5th and it is 8:18 and I have a special couple of writing days planned, so I want to talk about that. As you can tell from the title of this video, I am trying Stephen King's excuse me. Okay, let's try that again. As you can tell from the title of this video, I am trying Stephen King's author routine. Last month, November, was NaNoWriMo. It was my first ever NaNoWriMo that I've ever done, doing the first ever draft of the first book that I'm ever writing. So it was a lot of firsts, right? And it didn't go as planned. It really kind of sucked. I kept having to push my goal down and set a smaller goal, and eventually I did end the month with 10,000 words, which I'm super proud of, you know, coming from staring at a blank page on November 1st and actually writing 10,000 words. That's a great accomplishment, a big achievement, but Nano wasn't as fun as I thought it was gonna be. One, in part because I was working and it is a super busy time for work right now, especially November is with Black Friday deals. I work in influencer marketing, so I facilitate partnerships between brands and influencers, so it was a super busy time. And coming off of a kind of low, not what I expected Nano, I want to enter December when we're like cooling down, going into holiday break with something fun, you know, something fun to kind of like pump up my creativity and just do something different. So I've been seeing these trying author routine videos all over YouTube. They seem so much fun, and so I wanted to try it. Now I will preface this by saying that this is my take on the author routines. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple of these and I'm not sticking to the routine. I'm just not. Don't hate me, don't come for me, but I have to make them work and fit into my lifestyle, right? Okay, so now that we have that out the way, let's talk about Stephen King. Stephen King, if you don't know who that is, you've been living under a rock, but I doubt you don't know who that is. He is the king of horror. He's written books like It, The Shining, and Carrie, which, fun fact, is my mom's favorite movie. And when I watched that, I watched like the original one from the 70s, and when I was like 10, I want to say 10 or 11, I had not gotten my period yet, and that period scene when she's in the shower and it's like just blood and the girls are like laughing at her, like screaming at her. Oh my gosh, guys, that scared me to my core, and I literally was so fearful to have my period after that. But yeah, Stephen King, king of horror. He's written, I think Carrie came out in, I don't want to lie, let me look it up. Carrie came out in 1974, and since then, according to Google, he's written over 74 novels, novellas, short stories, whatever. He's written a lot and got a lot of stories published, right? So I think he's a good author to start with. He clearly is doing something right to like pump out that many great coherent novels in such in that amount of time. My camera died, so I'm hoping this is where I left off on. I'm going to read his routine, and this is just a routine that I've compiled from my Google searches on the internet. So he first wakes up between 6 and 6:30. He walks 3.5 miles, takes vitamins and tea, starts writing between 8 and 8:30. He writes until noonish, and then he has his afternoons free. So let's talk about the modified version of this routine that I'm doing. The first one, wake up between 6 and 6:30. I will not be doing that. I'm not gonna do that. I personally do not think that I need to wake up between 6 and 6:30. I wake up around 7 right now, and I don't think that extra 30 minutes is going to really hurt me. I do have to wake up to get my son ready for school and like walk him to the bus stop, and so I don't want to wake up any earlier than that. You know, 7 o'clock is a good start time for me. I'm gonna stick with that. Next, walk 3.5 miles. I will not be doing that either. I'm not gonna be walking 3.5 miles either, for 2 reasons. One, I'm not a morning person, as you have already guessed. So I'm not walking. 2, I physically cannot walk 3.5 miles right now. I cannot walk 1 mile right now. If you do not know, I did recently break my ankle, shattered the bone. I had to have surgery. I got a plate and 7 screws put into my ankle. So I'm just not physically able to walk for extended periods of time right now. I'm still doing physical therapy so I can like strengthen my foot and really get my mobility back and my strength back. So that's just not plausible for me, and I don't really want to do it anyway. So there's that. Take vitamins and tea. I will be doing that because I already do that, and that fits into my current schedule. The rest of the routine, so start writing from 8 to 8:30. I can do that. I usually do take from 8 to 9:30ish is mostly me time, my time to like get set up for my day. Most of the people I work with work on the West Coast. I'm in Florida. So right now between 8 and 9:30 is when they are asleep. I get to do my morning routine, have my mornings to myself, and by the time they wake up, it is 9:30 here. So taking the time to write between 8 and 8:30 works for me. I will be doing that, writing until noonish. Now, here's where some more modification comes, because I do work from home. I cannot just block out 8 to 12 to just write and ignore the emails that are coming in. Just be like, sorry work, I'm doing an author's routine right now. No, I can't do that. So what I'm going to do, first, Stephen King's goal is to write 6 pages per day, or he says 2,000 words. I'm gonna go with the 6 pages because I really want to push myself. So his goal is to write 6 pages per day. That is also my goal. That is truly what I want to get from this experience. I want to push myself and see if I can write 6 pages per day. So with that being said, from the time frame of 8 or 8:30 to 12, I want to write 6 pages per day. And the way I'm going to do that, with still working and, you know, doing my job, I'm going to do 25-minute sprints. I'm going to do 25-minute sprints and see if I can get a page per sprint. So I'm pretty sure I can write 1 page in 25 minutes. I'm going to try my best to do it. If I can't, but I think I can do that. And so I can choose to do those 25-minute sprints when I have like a lull in my work where, you know, I'm waiting for people to get back to me about questions or answers. So I think that is the way that I'm going to do that. So to recap, the goal for these next, I'm going to do this for 3 days. The goal for these next 3 days is to write 6 pages per day. I'm going to do that while still working a full-time work from home job. I'm going to do that by incorporating 25-minute sprints where I write 1 page per sprint or 1 page per 25 minutes. And I'm going to see if I can fit that in by noon. And I do usually have meetings at 12, so I kind of really do have to get done by 12, because when I'm doing meetings, my brain is like blah, you know. So yeah, it's 8:34, guys. I gotta get to writing. I'm 4 minutes behind now.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We stillin' at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot, still tryna flip it out the stove. Rockin' fake J's, praying that nobody know. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, might crash, cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Right back where I left because I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is they see in me. Go down as a legend in my city cause we beat the streets. Trying to spread the wealth around the block, no I can't keep from me. Told me I should leave. I see the bigger picture and it's way bigger than me. Can't be living like a king, but my people need to eat. If I got it, then you got it, we gon' get back on our feet. And I put it on me. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Or die too young. 100 miles per hour might crash cause good die young. Yeah, but here I come. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone.
It's currently 12:08 and I have only written 2 pages. I've only written 2 pages. Like I mentioned, around 10 o'clock is when West Coast wakes up. They woke up and it's been so busy. So I've only had time to do 2 25-minute sprints. So I did a page per sprint, which is good. You know, that is what I wanted to do, but I didn't make the noonish deadline. I do have a call at 1, so I'm going to do another sprint right now, a little bit before my call, and then I'm basically going to set, so that'll be 3 pages, and then I just have 3 more, right? So I'm going to say that I can write a page per, like, within an hour. That way, you know, I'm still gonna have to work, but yeah, so we're gonna say that I'm gonna be finished with my 6 pages by the time I basically finish work, which would be around 4 o'clock. So that's a little update right now. Hi guys, so I just woke up from a nap. There are little kids playing across the street at the park, so if you hear screaming, that's what that is. But yeah, I just woke up from a nap and it is currently 5 o'clock. It's currently 5 o'clock and I wanted to talk about my experience. Now that it is the end of the workday, the day is winding down, I want to talk about my experience trying Stephen King's author's routine for the first day. So far, since I started writing at 9-ish in the morning to, I took a nap for an hour, so like 4 o'clock, I wrote 4 pages. So I wrote 4 pages and 1,100 words within the span of a typical work day. Now I was working during that time, so I would basically take like 30 minutes or so when I had a lull in my workload and try to write a page, which I was doing. So it took me about 30 minutes to write a page, and that was me just like bulldozing through and like trying to just get the words out. I wasn't really thinking about what I was writing, you know, too much. But yeah, so I will say that I am going to try to write the last 2 pages because I really do want to finish out the day writing 6 pages. But first, it is homework time and dinner time, so I need to do that. And after everybody's all settled, I'll go back and write those last 2 pages. But right now, I want to really talk about the writing process, and not so much related to writing the 6 pages. Well, I guess it is related to writing the 6 pages a day. Okay, so let's talk about the writing process so far and how I'm feeling about it. I made a very detailed outline. If you go back and watch my videos on creating the magic system, the characters, I outlined a really detailed outline for my book, and I also outlined the chapters. I know exactly what I want to write when it comes to each act and the sub, you know, acts within the act. So like the hook, setup, inciting incident, fear-based decision, all of that, right? I know exactly what I want to write, and so far I am sticking to that. But when it comes to the actual chapters, I'm finding that I'm just letting the story flow, and I'm not putting as much thought into what I'm writing. Not to say that I'm not thinking about what I'm writing. I'm thinking about it, and I'm making sure that it makes sense to the story and like what I wrote before then. And I'm making sure that what I'm writing in each individual chapter builds on each other and is leading me and like propelling me to the next part of the act that I want to get to. So it all makes sense. But when I say I'm not thinking about it, I mean like I'm not sitting and contemplating, truly like contemplating the words I'm writing. I'm really just like, I'll think about the scene, I'll write a quick scene summary, and then I'll just write it, and I'll just like let myself kind of discover the story that I'm writing. And I don't know how I feel about doing that. I truly don't. Because I know I'm not in love with some of the scenes that I'm writing, and I feel like if I took the time to slow down and think about the scenes more, maybe I would love them more. But I'm also thinking that, one, don't get me wrong, I don't hate it. It makes sense. The story is still the story I want to tell. I just didn't know that I was going to put some of these scenes in, and so like I haven't had time to think about them. You know what I mean? Like for some of the scenes in the very beginning, I knew exactly that I was going to write those scenes because I planned it out. And now that we're getting deeper in the story, there are scenes that I'm putting in that I have not thought about, have not been able to plan and outline, and it's like messing with me. I just think I'm a type of person that like, I need to know, I like to know what's going on. I like to plan what I'm writing and stuff. And so just having chapters and scenes that I have not planned and are just like coming straight off my brain onto the paper, it's a different experience for me. I don't know. So I just wanted to talk about that because it's putting me in a weird state right now. On one hand, I love that I'm able to just discover the story and write whatever comes to my head. On the second hand, it makes me itch doing that. It makes me itch doing that. It makes my skin crawl. Yeah, I don't know. Are you guys like that? Like, do you, when you're writing the story and scenes just develop and come out of nowhere, like, do you like that? How do you get your brain to like understand that that's okay and that's a normal part of the writing process? Still struggling with that a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna go help with homework now, find something for dinner, and then I'm going to finish the 2 pages. I probably will not vlog that because it's getting dark and it's gonna be late at night when I'm just like in bed writing the last 2 pages. Okay guys, so today is Wednesday, December 6th. I have my tea, my vitamins, still trying to wake up. And this is the second day of trying Stephen King's Author Routine. So let's talk a little bit about how yesterday went. I did hit my 6 pages. Super excited about that. I finished the last 2 pages. Well, first, as you saw, I did 4 pages by the end of the workday, which was about like 4 o'clock. Yeah, okay, now we're warmed up a little bit. So I finished my 4 pages by 4 o'clock, the end of the workday, and then I finished the last 2 pages at like 10:30, 11 o'clock last night. But it was still all in one day, so I did do the 6 pages in a day, which came out to 700, which came out to about like 1,700 words. And Stephen King does say his goal is to either do 6 pages a day or 2,000 words, so I think it's right on par. I have been underwriting a lot, just like omitting some descriptions and things like that just to get the story out, but so far I think that's pretty on par with his goals. So today we are modifying it a little bit after our first run yesterday. I can conclude that I'll be able to write 3 to 4 pages during the workday, just depending on how busy we are today, which really looks like me doing 30-minute sprints and getting 1 page per 30 minutes. So from 9 to 4 p.m. during my workday, I'm hoping to hit the goal of getting at least 3 pages done, and then after a brief afternoon of just relaxing and, you know, like decompressing, I'll be able to hit my last 3 pages before bedtime. That's the schedule that I have to keep right now. But I do like the idea of writing 6 pages a day, or like having that goal. It's just something easy. I know that, you know, I have 2 pages down, I have 4 pages to go, and it makes me feel really accomplished to just pump out 6 pages. So I'm really excited to start today. Okay guys, I almost forgot to say this before I actually start writing, but we are in the inciting incident. Yes, we are in the inciting incident, which means like the 6 pages I write today will be the inciting incident. And if you know, you know that I have been waiting, struggling, and crawling my way to get here. So I'm super excited. I'm super nervous because it's something big that's happening. But yeah, I wanted to say that really quickly before I actually start writing.
I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone.
It is 5:25 right now. It is the end of the workday, and I'm happy to say that I have hit the 6 pages. Round of applause, yay. Also, I look like a Mary Sue right now. Just ignore this crustiness going on, okay? We just went to the park and this is what I look like. But I hit the 6 pages today and I'm super excited. Today was a slower work day, so that kind of contributed to actually hitting the 6 pages and not having writing time spill over into, you know, like bedtime really, even though I will probably write before bed. So like I explained earlier, we hit the inciting incident. This is the chapter that the inciting incident happens. So I have not wrapped up this chapter yet. We are still deep in it. I do think this chapter will probably go for another 6 pages or so, because there's a lot that happens, but I'm excited. We are hitting our plot beats and we're moving forward in the story. I think with my 6 pages today, I wrote about 1,600 words, which, wow, that's amazing. That makes me feel so good, because if you know, in Nano, I was writing like my first week of Nano, I only wrote 300 words over like the course of 3 days. And so hitting 1,700 words in 1 day, wow, that's amazing, you know? So yeah, we're just getting better. We're getting better. I am feeling this writing routine so far. That was really hot. It kind of burned my tongue a little bit. Okay, today is Thursday, December 7th, and today's the last day of trying Stephen King's author routine. So today, again, I'm going to aim to write 6 pages by the end of my workday. So around like 4:30ish, which was totally doable yesterday, not so much the first day, and it's really just depending on my workload. But today's looking like a little bit of a slower day. Also, sorry, it's wash day. It was wash day like 2 days ago, so my hair is looking a little dusty, crusty. But yeah, I think today's gonna be a slower day, knock on wood. So I should be able to get my 6 pages in. We are deep in the inciting incident. I literally just wrote it, and so now I have to just like finish the scene and wrap up this chapter. And then yeah, and then we have 2 more beats within the first act. So that would be the fear-based decision and the pinch point. Super excited to write those, and then I'm done with the first act, guys. So I think that I can finish these last 2 plot beats in the first act by next week. So not like the beginning of next week, by like this time next week, so like Friday of next week. I think I can do it. I do have another author routine that I want to try. I have a couple, so I'm gonna like choose which one I want to do. So I don't know, maybe the routine just like won't work for me and I won't end up hitting the goal, but I feel really good right now and I really want to push myself because I've been like just pumping out pages and words. So I'm super excited. And then 2 more plot beats and then we're in the middle, the dreaded middle of the book. Okay, so it's 3:41 right now and we are not hitting 6 pages by the end of the workday. Absolutely not. I have only written 1 page so far. Yes, 1 page. Work has been, I don't know, it's just, it has been emails after emails after emails after emails, and I cannot catch a break. I had a meeting at 12, then I had my physical therapy at 1:30. So that was a good like 2-hour chunk out of my day. Yeah, we're gonna have to really push to get the 6 pages done, or like the remaining 5 pages done after dinner, bedtime, homework. After all of that is when I will try to do the remaining 5 pages. Whoa. This is like the first time I've had to like sit down and not be in front of my computer because it has been so busy. And I think it's because, well, I know why. It's because a lot of the brands that I work with, even my company, we are essentially like shutting down or taking a holiday break for about 2.5 weeks. So from December 21st to January 2nd, I want to say, we're essentially closed, really slow to respond. We're out of office, and a lot of the brands that we work with and agencies are also doing the same. And so everybody is trying to get all the open campaigns that we have open. They're trying to close them, and we're trying to get content live. We're trying to get invoices paid out. It is so crazy, so hectic. Everybody really wants things to be done by next week, because the week after that we only have like 2 days of the week to do work. So yeah, it's busy. It's so busy, but I'm gonna push through. I will finish my 6 pages today. So I just came back from Target and they were restocking, so I didn't get much of anything that I not needed, because I didn't need anything, but I didn't get anything that I truly really wanted. But I did get, let's unfold it, these cute pajamas. It's a pajama set, so it comes with 2. So we have black Santa on the back and then candy stripes with black Santa on the front. And this is for Jalen, so it's for a kid. I didn't see them in my size, which is like, how rude, you know? And then Mama Claus, a Mama Claus mug. How cute. Super excited to drink chai teas out of this. Just so cute. And I literally was just looking online this morning for a cute pink mug, because a lot of my mugs have like chips in them now. And then look, perfect timing. So excited to use this. But besides that, we are closing out the vlog today. Today is Friday, December 8th. This is the end of writing like Stephen King, or trying Stephen King's author routine, whatever. This is the end of that week. I did it for 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I just want to recap, you know, how things went, my word count, how I feel. Okay, so starting from yesterday, I did only end up writing 2 pages. I did not finish the 6 pages yesterday. Work was a lot, personal life was a lot yesterday, and I was just done with it, out of commission, and I went to sleep. So I just didn't force myself to stay up and write because I just wasn't feeling it, you know, I wasn't feeling it. But on Tuesday and Wednesday, I did hit the 6 pages goal, which I'm super proud about. Round of applause for me. And so across the 3 days that I did try his author routine, I ended up writing 3,889 words, which is pretty good, you know. I feel like that's what, like averaging, I'm not good at math, but like 1,500, 1,600 words a day, you know, the bulk of it being Tuesday, Wednesday. I think that's a really good word count for me, and you know, the struggles that I had getting my word count in November for Nano. So that's a pretty good word count for 2 days for me. And all in all, I wrote 16 pages, so that I did hit the 6 pages on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then just did 2 pages yesterday. Now, that being said, I like this routine, and I say routine loosely because I didn't really follow his routine. You know, I didn't wake up at 6, I didn't walk 3.5 miles, I didn't stop working at 12 o'clock or start writing at 12 o'clock. A lot of the pages I wrote were split, with like 3 being written during the day and 3 being written during the night after, you know, during bedtime and stuff. So I say the word routine lightly, but the goal of hitting 6 pages a day, I really like that. I really did like that. And after I'm done trying other author routines coming soon, I think I will stick with setting a page goal for myself. Before I was doing word count goals, and I found that I was like stalking the little word tracker on Google Docs, trying to hit my word count. And I think that's the reason why Nano wasn't really fun, and I felt like I was struggling a lot. But hitting a page number, like a page count, is easier on my brain, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it, but I like it better. I like saying I'm gonna write 5 pages today, and by the time I finish, I've written 5 pages, and so it makes me feel more accomplished, you know. Yeah, I think he is definitely onto something, you know, with his routine and setting the goals that he set, because one, he's a greatly established author, and you know, the one of our generation. But also it works. It just works, I think. And if you work full-time like me, if you have a kid like me, a husband, a dog, if you're not single, writing is not your full-time thing, it's just something you do on the side, hoping to become a full-time author, I think setting a slightly varied routine of Stephen King's writing routine would definitely be the way to go. You know, it's easy to kind of make his routine work for you. Of course, wake up at the time that you want to wake up at, walk however many miles you want to walk, move your body. I actually cannot wait to start moving my body more and exercising and getting healthier again, because I was doing that before I broke my foot, and then it all kind of went down the drain. But yeah, you can definitely make this routine work for somebody who works full-time and has a lot of things going on in their life, you know, and they can't just dedicate hour time blocks to writing. But yeah, that is all I have for this one. I can't wait to see you in the next one. I'm not sure who I'm going to do like the writing routine. I have to look at a couple, but I'm not going to do a lot of these. I think I'm just going to fill up December with these, and then start the new year fresh with whatever word count I end with. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye.